Oh, yes! Hey there, what is up? It is Ironheady in the Old Games Corner Arcade Mix. And, time to get to this now, huh? Time for, game number one, and that is some, funky jet here. Yeah, I want some of that funky jet. I want some of that purple stuff. But this is actually a screen clearing game. Huh. But, yeah. Like I said, I wanted to, get to, certain arcade games at some point because they were definitely on my radar. Not to mention being, readily available as part of the, games I have here. Well, there's definitely a lot of, other stuff that I have that I only wish I could get to at some point. Like, all the available, toilet plane shooters and, cave shooters I have. All the, Neo Geo games, all the, Capcom games I just so happen to have available. All that. So, here's something I thought I might as well get to now. There's a big dude who's just going around spinning around at me. Cool. Hey there, JT, good to see you, but yeah. This here is Funky Jet. I want some of that funky jet. I want some of that purple stuff. But yeah, we're going at this in order here, cause hey, why not? So yeah, this kind of plays like games like Bubble Bobble, Snow Brothers, and Joe and Mac, specifically in the Joe and Mac Returns. I'm pretty sure there are other games that stem from this, but hey, it's pretty fun. Yeah, another game that is similar to this is called Metal Saver. Can't remember the countless amounts of times I kept calling it Metal Saviors for some goddamn reason. Who knows? But yeah, that's some fun stuff. So yeah, there will be levels like this where you gotta take on a squad leader. Oh, that just happened. But yeah. Again, these are basically games that I had readily available. Or at least two of them. The last one I actually had to find and download myself. Well, technically the second one as well, but that's only because there was an issue loading the version that I had. But that's weird, because it loaded on my phone just fine. But yeah, I like to test this stuff firsthand to ensure that they are working. I don't want to end up with a bad egg, you know what I mean? I'm sure there's a command for that. If not, you can just open a browser, open Twitch through the browser, and it'll be there in the whatchamacallit. Granted, not everybody uses this. And if you have to, open the browser in your phone. That's all I got for ya. It just means you're probably out of Pokeballs. I know I haven't messed with that in some time. But I might as well have to do that. cool. But I don't want to do that. I want to buy. Squad leader, standing by. Oh, come on! Enemy dispenser? Alright. That's a lot of toxic waste. But yeah. It seems funny in the way in that this works, but you go around taking out enemies with boxing gloves. In that case, wouldn't this feel more like a beat 'em up than anything? I'm just saying on that front. But yeah, looks like they changed the commands, and if you want to get one of them, you have to add in the type that you have, like a regular, timer, great, and ultra. I'll demonstrate it on the next one. I mean, if memory serves, it's probably all I got in terms of advice for that. But oh, Twin Mohawk fighters, huh? Gotcha! Nighttime City. Oh no, that's not good. Wow. That'll put you down to size. Okay. Gotcha. But yeah, I might be feeling a little sick. That's only because, well, before going to bed, I may have had a bit of a runny nose problem. I'm hoping it didn't build up overnight. The platoon leader again. Yes! More double trouble. So, some sort of twin turret madness. Well, that's no good. I gotta get the other guy now. Okay, I'll demonstrate it now. See, you gotta do that, okay? Otherwise it will not work. I wouldn't know myself because I never tried it. Okay, the last regular level. Winner. And some sort of alien invasion. With more toxic wastes. I rest my case. So it did work. You see, that's how it's done. Just gotta go through the few extra steps for it to work, that's all. And if I didn't know, I would have been clueless as to how it worked. Wonder if you're still here. Wait, did I just get a shout out from somebody who is about to raid me? Huh. Well, I know who I'm gonna greet in the next few minutes. Oh, shoot! Hey there, Lily. Yeah, I've been expecting you. Welcome to my stream. So that's how you work. First you shout out somebody, and then you raid them. But yeah, I am Ironheady, and welcome to my stream. You know how this series works. I basically play 3 or more of these arcade games. And yeah, that's how they work. This first game is called Funky Jet, and plays like a Bubble Bobble and Snow Brothers and all of those. But really, you just go around punching stuff like mad. So I don't know what you were playing. Yeah, and you shouting out people. I just noticed in the shout out you gave me when you were when you do that. That's how it works, apparently. Oh. Cool. But yeah. This is the arcade mix and stuff. And these are games that I have readily available, but never actually played them. I don't think Bonga played them, but if he hasn't, it's possible that he will eventually. That's why I'm trying to play catch up here. But you know, that's how it works. I took out the platoon leader, and yet that usually means that the boss is ahead. Thanks for the obligatory shout out. The voluntary shout out. I need a new I need a dictionary. Wow. Some sort of UFO or something? Yeah, see, that's the villain in charge of this whole operation. I'm going right to his doorstep. And that's what I'm gonna do, you know? Have fun and all that jazz. So yeah, at said bad guy's doorstep. Once the 6 main levels are beat, you go right to here and something else here, want you know. Yeah, it starts out normal and all that. Wouldn't you know? Until you realize that, oh, okay. Yeah, we still got some regular enemy levels before boss gauntlet time, and you know how it works with games like this. When you get to here, when you get to a certain point in the last level, it's boss rush time. Not yet, cause well, that's basically the end of that, you know. Haha. Alrighty then. That's a bunch of toxic waste there. Haha. And now the platoon leader. They've been here in every other stage, which directs other enemies to come and attack me, so he might as well be called a platoon leader. But yeah. Now it's boss rush time. With the big brute here. But you know, and that's how it works. Oh, dude. Oh, we're just going straight to you. Yeah, this isn't gonna last long at all, isn't it? From the first boss into the penultimate one. Already. Well, this is it. Or, hold on. This is actually the bigger form of what I just fought. Are you shitting me? There we go. Now it's on. The big man himself. So, a bit of a pseudo-boss rush. Yeah, and the game works funny that way. Oh, right. So, that's just something that, yeah, we'll have to watch later. But just saying, I kind of missed that awkward point in time when he wasn't playing so many arcade games, and now he is. Ever since 2023. But if you use Watch, you have to at least be able to run arcade games. That's all there is to it. Okay, that does it for a Funky Jet. But, yeah. Here's magical crystals. Your friends are trapped inside of this crystal. Thanks. Now you must rescue the rest. But, yeah. Two of these, you've rescued all the pixies. Now get out. Yeah. Funky Jet and magical crystals have been on my radar ever since I watched Snestruck cover in them these games on his series about covering arcade games that never got SNES ports. And in some rare cases, console ports at all. In that case, that's a department for a GameSack. Which both are great channels, with all due respect. You're running out of time. Hurry up and move. Alright, I'm going. Yeah, I was just saying, that I'm finished Funky Jet. Here's magical crystals, and yeah, another arcade game. And I'm none of these games on this on my queue list have gotten console releases. I was just discussing that that I was yeah, that SNES Drunk was covering in games that never had SNES ports, and this is one of them. But it's not to say I haven't been playing anything else. I was going to cover one particular game that feels like an anime version of Splatoon, called Cinnamon Conquer Peach Beach Splash, and yeah. I will get to that, just not right now, because for one thing, it's a Thursday, and I got stuff to do later. I thought it would be a good time to just get that out of the way. And then instead, put out a shorter stream. That's not to say that this series is short by all stretch of the definition, but to prove that it's gonna be short, I might as well keep the number of games low. So there you go. Yeah, slimes, depending on the game that they're from, are cute. Haha. But this is a Kaneko based game, and they have a divided reception on their games. Well, for example, power moves or deadly moves, depending on what version of the game you're playing, is a very mediocre fighter for consoles. I just figured I'd point that out. But then there's the DJ Boy and its sequel, B-Rap Boys. Those beat-em-ups can be a slog in their own right. And then you get to here, and yeah, it does have its appeal, I guess. And again, just about every game can overstay its welcome, I suppose. I mean, here it's basically one hell of a quarter muncher. Then again, what arcade game isn't? Another adorable boss that I sadly defeated. But hey, they've gotten all my friends camped him, so I had no choice. Oh yeah, that. Because I'm using a different streaming platform to do this, you're not gonna hear anything. Cause I'm on mobile, and you're not gonna hear anything on mobile. It's a compromise when it comes to mobile streaming, but how else am I gonna play stuff like Genshin Impact on here? And yes, I have been doing more of that stuff. My most recent introduction to this sort of thing, and would have to be Apple Arcade stuff, like a Crossy Road Castle, and oh well, that's always fun. Not to mention, this is actually the mobile version of a RetroArch that I just so happen to be using. How else would you be seeing this? This is mainly to give my laptop a break, because I want to use that sparingly. Only when I need to. Even though I've only been using this newer one for a couple months. So there you go. They're just trying to play it safe there. So this is what, the Fire World? Wait a minute. What am I missing? So I have to do some backtracking. And if you miss somebody, odds are you're not gonna be able to leave the level. Safe to say, I would refrain from mulliganing on this game, but it's just to save time, you know? Cause oh, come on! There you go. There we go. Really? Is that all I needed? Yeah, it's down to that, huh? Plus that ghost keeps getting in the way. Huh, it looks just like a controller. It looks just like an NES controller. See, there's the D-pad, and there's the start and select buttons. Now all we need is A and B, and there we go. Haha. So we basically got a fire demon now. Oh yeah, the system? It's basically... yeah. I didn't fully understood how it works now, but you need to add in the specific type of balls now. I had someone try to do this before, and it looks like they didn't understand how it works. They tinkered with this stuff now. But, you know, I don't mind Gen 3 Pokemon. Really, though, I just quit after, a certain point. Probably at Gen 7 or 8? I don't know. Or more specifically, I only played a little bit of Pokemon Sun, never beat it. I didn't even bother touching a Sword and Shield. So yeah, it's kind of a rough point of view. With what I think of this series as a whole. My opinions are divided, especially if you're going to put the majority of characters from Scarlet and Violet into the new Pokemon mythos in the Pokemon Horizons. What's that gonna mean for when and if Ash gets to visit the Paldea region at all, huh? And I get it. They retired the character years ago. So, welcome to the Ice World. Alright. So, okay, I definitely do have to keep my eye on the, crystals. Probably the green ones, but really, how am I gonna get anywhere if I don't catch all of them? Because you need them to progress. But there's nothing wrong with the top-down platformer. It can work. I'm just surprised that stuff like this never really got the re-release treatment. I mean, in recent years, Capcom, Namco, and even Konami have been releasing some of their stuff. It's possible that something like this would be available on arcade archives for the Nintendo Switch and PlayStation Store. So that could be an option. I don't know if the last game I played, Funky Jet, even got that treatment, but maybe it did. A lot of rolling balls here, and it kind of feels... yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Aren't those supposed to be snowballs? Yeah. But, yeah, speaking of, top-down games, this is how I got introduced to stuff like Cult of the Lamb, which, if you haven't heard of that game by now, more than likely you've been living under a rock. But, yeah, I played that through Apple Arcade, and another fun game called Hike Northern Lights, which seems to be a bit more in depth than you would think for a top-down hack and slash. And speaking of which, I might have to come back to Cult of the Lamb one day. It definitely has its appeal, that's for sure. Oh my god, I keep getting blasted. There we go. I freed the fairies again. Well, there's actually... Huh, this again? This is just whack-a-mole, by the way. I didn't do it. I wonder where I am now. The Sand World? I find it really funny that I was facing a creature with legs and the body was a bowling ball. How does that work? Oh man, big. But, you know, it's possible that these could, even though they're probably over 40 minutes long in terms of gameplay. The last game, I probably could be a shorter game than this, and what I've, you know, played so far. But I need to go through this labyrinth first before moving on. And wouldn't you know it? That's everybody. But I kinda want this other stuff first. You've rescued all the pixies. Now get out. It's okay, Lily. Take care of your stuff. Take care of yourself and all that, you know? Life can be a rather dangerous process. Again, take care of yourself. Oh, what's that over there? Worth it. I don't care what has to be said about that. It's still worth it in my book. But yeah, all of these in both of these two games I've actually played on my phone. And not to mention beat. But yeah, rewinds aren't needed, but they can help in situations that they can. I mean, I guess if you care so much about power-ups, then by all means, go full ham and all that jazz. But, you know, it's fine. Stronger blasting. What even is this boss anyway? Some sort of cone-headed spider that keeps spinning around? But yeah, even when I have my computer on, I have to remember to have the settings activated if they want to work properly. Which is what I'm gonna have to do for tomorrow, don't you know? I mean, you know, this is also good in case I have to suddenly leave the room for emergency situations. 'Cause then I won't have to worry about leaving the laptop alone. 'Cause, how would you if it's not turned on? So, this is a very strange dimension. It's like the gates to infinity or something. And I keep getting snowballed. Damn. There we go. You've rescued all the pixies. Now get out. But yeah. I know what people are saying, but whether or not I want to respond is all up to me. So, I don't know why I get a little annoyed when, Then that would make me the biggest hypocrite of all. In that regard. But it's I kind of have a reason for the limited noticing messages and all, cause the iPad here would have been my monitor for this stuff. But since I'm using the iPad for streaming, it's now my iPhone that is my monitor. And it gets a little more trickier with that sort. So yeah, there you go. Big mode! Yeah, this sort of a power-up is actually fun to get in this game, but you only got it for a limited amount of time for when you pick the power-up up. So there you go. It doesn't last forever. You've rescued all the pixies. Now get out. So, final battle against this big jester monster. Goliath, whatever. If you could believe that seeing is believing. That's pretty much the end of that. Damn. So, you think you've won, have you? There's another phase. At least I keep my power up until the fight is over. And it's over. Oh wait! Yes, it is. So yeah, that was magical crystals. Pretty fun game, really. What's next? Cause I got one more game for ya. We, Black Dawn, have taken over the moon base and space station in 2CV6. Within 25 hours, Earth will be ours. Codename Red Thunderbolt, John Ryan, 32, Sergeant, Special Task Force. To neutralize the international terrorist organization Black Dawn, which has taken over the moon base and space station 2CV6, and to defuse all the time bombs. You in whose army, punk? So yeah, surprise attack. And the last game I'll be playing today. But this is actually released by Konami. And not to mention that, it's a run and gun. Oh no, it's one of those games, isn't it? What, did you think you'd be able to leave the level? So, as a matter of fact, this seems to play like Shinobi, Rolling Thunder, and E-SWAT. And rather than saving hostages, you're defusing bombs. So yeah, that's different. Not to mention, there's traps everywhere, so have fun. We did it! Oh, that's interesting. Oh, dude. Huh. I guess I wasn't at the right elevation for that. Oh. You did it. So yeah, nothing to it. Oh, we got an actual boss to take on now. Got it! Let me look at the... Oh, that's what I could have done. I'm gonna have to reboot the game just for the alterations can take place. Don't worry, I haven't really gone too far into the game for this to be a sort of a big deal. The man clothed in the blue thunder. Easy. There we go. Now we should be able to fight the boss again. Here we go. weak spot is active, but you wanna jump over that when it happens. There we go. Coming off really fast though. Wait. A superconductor conducts energy through without resistance. Huh. Which was not a Doctor Who. The Star Trek TV series first starred in a comet. The first American to be launched into it was Alan Shepard. Mercury is a... Huh. Which of these was not in the Star Wars series? Which planet takes 18 hours to rotate? Neptune. From the Earth to the Moon was written by Jules Verne. Which is bigger, Earth or Venus? Obviously Earth. Yeah, that's right. This game has a quiz mode. I didn't even know that beforehand, but you know, kinda did there now. Oh, and here's another twist I never expected. This level has a gravity mechanic. What, when you were doing it beforehand? Was only just a possibility. Interesting. Yeah, let's see the Shinobi or Rolling Thunder pull this sort of mechanic. But in no sense of understanding, this does look like a beatable game. I mean, why wouldn't it? Oh no, I missed one. Here. it's not my fault that I would have missed it because the game has parallax scrolling. Now we got another fight on our hands. Some sort of life form in this machine here. Oh. Uh-oh. You serious with this stuff? You can't be serious. Just about... You're vulnerable now. Gotcha! Oh, here we go again. Nitrogen has no smell. The royal metals are gold and platinum. Cape Canaveral is in Florida. The star of the movie Blade Runner was Harrison Ford. I don't know that one. Who discovered gravity when hit by an apple? Isaac Newton. Complete the phrase. Beam me up, Scotty! Haha! The star sign Aries is March 21 to April 19th. The science fiction author of the Foundation trilogy is Isaac Asimov. A black hole is a collapsed star. Another name for Aurora Borealis is the Northern Lights. Ha! You get a lot of kisses for answering the questions right. Fly me to the moon. So what, now we're doing Frank Sinatra? Which could have easily been in the questions. But I bet people don't come to realize that it was also a there was also a remixed version in the Bayonetta 2. At least I wouldn't think that's the case. Oh dear. Okay, so a fin is pulling me in, and the bomb was right there. Interesting. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so how exactly do you expect me to deal with this? Okay, go! Yeah, there was no way I was able to get through without dealing with that nonsense. And that's it! The end of that. Another boss. Hold on. Yeah. Obviously, the center is where I'm gonna shoot. But good luck in approaching that, because man. Almost there. There we go. The Outer Space Treaty was signed in 1967. The director of Back to the Future 3 is Bob Zemeckis. I thought he was named Bob Gale. Alright, hold on a second here. I gotta look this up, dude. No, they're two different people. Huh. The name of the first satellite into orbit was in 1957 was Sputnik. The chemical symbol for mercury is Hg. What was the first joint US-USSR named spaceflight program in 1975? Apollo and Soyuz. H2O. The name of the first monkey into space in 1961 was Ham. The symbol of the star sign, the twins. Neil Armstrong went to the moon in Apollo 11. Another name for a strategic defense initiative. Star Wars. Wow. Hornet's nest. Surely you're gonna be at the end of this by now. That seems to be the only way to take him out. Okay. Definitely didn't want to be surprised attacked right there. Funny enough, that is the name of the game. Oh no! A gravity switch mid-stage. Or between stages, I should say. I gotta admit though, at least now, it's a little more straightforward. Don't have too much to worry about, I would say. Oh dear. Out of my way, punk. Man in the Moon forgot how to laugh. What? Oh no! The moon base! That's right, we're not done yet. I forgot one. Well, should've thought as much. Especially when I wasn't able to see it, man. Yeah, too bad you can't aim upwards, because, otherwise you would have gotten those out of the way. Uh-oh. Yeah. It's obvious in that the enemies I seem to have the most trouble with are the backflip enemies. One of the few female enemies you gotta deal with in the game. I guess this was made in at a time when they didn't really do that a whole lot. It's also at a point in time when gamers and developers might have been a bit too misogynist about video game violence towards anything depicting the opposite sex. And yeah, it makes sense when you say. You gotta be kidding me. There was a bomb I left down there? Two bombs. Well, I would not have been able to go there anyway, especially with that backflipping lady in the way. And now I got this nonsense to deal with. They were just waiting for me to come down here. Okay, fine. I can play it that way too. But I want to make sure I didn't forget anything else. No, I didn't. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. That's the last bomb. I did it! It wasn't an easy endeavor, let me tell you. So, this is it. I think. The Moon Cruiser. I would say it shouldn't be too bad taking on, except you have missiles to deal with. Not to mention, oh, damn. Okay, hold on. You mean to say you could just lure it over here? I had to pause the game.
I'm sorry. Calm down. Just a couple things. I don't know if you ate supper or not. I'm making turkey meatloaf. I don't know if you like also, I don't know if you noticed outside it's starting to get dark. And Chad and Dad said it's really storming a lot where they're at. Which I don't know if they're going to make it back in time. So you got to be prepared to take care of things yourself. Alright? If they're not back in time and water starts coming in. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Alright? I just want to let you know. I'm sorry. Alright, back to what you're doing. Just be ready.
Okay, that's annoying. Alright, where was I? I found it. Oh, jeez. You couldn't have just... This is not gonna be an easy one. Oh dear. Well, it's almost down now. I did it! The group of stars visible from Earth are called Milky Way. The crew of the first space shuttle were young and crippin'. A star is a gaseous body. The cosmonaut in the first manned spaceflight was Yuri Gagarin. A supernova is a exploding star. The summer and winter solstices are around June 21st and December 21st. The speed of sound in air at 20 Celsius is 1,100 feet, 1,130 feet per second. The first woman entered space in 1963. Mir is a Soviet space station. Main space flight launch site in the US is Cape Canaveral. The day the moon came home. Oh, so it wasn't the final battle. Oh dear. I don't wonder where the hell you even came from. Because that enemy could not be killed in conventional means. It's just gonna be lucky to take him out as he lands on that platform, that's all. And then, I don't know, man. So many things are just not going in the way you want them to. There we go. Yeah, you think that in this game would be a little more fair. I've played older Konami games like this, like a Jailbreak, and that was a lot easier than this. Wait, now what? The pig in 10,000? Gotta say, I was not expecting to be fighting anything else up till now. But, yeah. And I did it! Oh! The real final battle. Brutus 03. Huh. And the robot is still standing. Its lackeys, however, are not. Okay, that can't be right. There we go. I did it. Mission successfully completed. And the moon's back, Jack. Our job is done. The fun's over. Time to come home and do a real job. Interesting. So that was basically 3 games I just played. Funky Jet, Magical Crystals, and this game, Surprise Attack. Oh. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me today. When I come back tomorrow, I will be playing a Sinmon Conqueror, Peach Beach Splash, and again, it seems to remind me of a Splatoon. You know, Nintendo's family-friendly take on the third-party shooting genre. Anyway, I think I'll go right on to raid Bonga right now, who is playing Sword of Mana. So anyway, I've been Iron Hitty, and I gotta go now. See you next stream.